Welcome, everyone. It's so nice to have you here. The Earth volunteers of Ascending Dwapar Yuga, light workers, twin flames, and starseeds, and all the benevolent, friendly, and supportive entities from various frequencies and dimensions. You all are beautiful children of Source. Please mark your attendance for this collective reading and claim the I am present as well as the gratitude energy. These two energies are actually the goal of inner work. Also mention your location, though I know that we are all part of the same soul group. So now this channeling is about the presence of an energy vampire around you. This is a powerful energy vampire, let me tell you. This person is really solid in 3D, like they know how to make money, they know how to get things done. They might even have a very dedicated and devoted partner who's ready to do anything for them, and someone who has access to you. Now, I'm not being told completely for everyone it's going to be the same kind of relationship pattern, but when I was channeling this energy, I was told that it's a platonic relationship. It's a non-romantic relationship. However, for some of you, it could be romantic also, because these points can apply in romantic connections. The goal of doing collective reading is to include as many people as I can who are at the same vibrational level. I do sense that you trust this person or you have trusted this person in the past. The reason why I say it could be a romantic connection for some people, because sometimes a toxic romantic connection is also an energy vampire who's sucking out all of your beautiful life force energy and putting you in stress and even stealing your gifts, stealing your luck. I know people say that it cannot happen, nobody can steal your gifts, but probably they don't know about how energy works then. Many people actually steal other people's energy just by their body language, just by the way they think about them, the way they talk about them, the way they behave with them. Now, when I do my therapies or I do personal sessions, I counsel people, or even in the collective readings, my goal is not to break relationships. I don't believe in the runner-chaser dynamic at all. I mean, I don't think it's healthy. It's not conducive after a certain point. And of course, that's also the stage before surrender. So the goal of this collective reading is to help you take your power back. And you can do that while being in that situation, while communicating with those people, while talking to them. Well, that's the right way to actually do it. When we seclude ourselves from others, in some contexts and some cases, it's okay. We can do that. And I've also seen that sometimes God plays a role in it. Sometimes God only takes you out from that kind of pool of energy. But in these cases where you know that there is no running, you cannot go anywhere, you have to face these people, you have to either see them every day or these people are just a phone call away. In some cases it could be just happening over phone calls. Whosoever it is calls you regularly, and every time they call you, they make you empty, they drain all your energy out. So this is a very smart energy vampire. This energy vampire will never show you that they are upset with you. They don't react. So there are certain things that you are learning from this person. And why are they so much into you? Why do they talk to you? Or why are they in your energy field? Why are they so concerned with you? Because they want you to either react or they steal your ideas. They steal your positive energy. They steal your joy de vivre attitude, which you carry. Naturally, you are like that. Naturally, you are a happy-go-lucky person. If you get angry also, if you scold someone for discipline purposes, then you're back to normal within seconds. But people are not like that. People carry grudges for a long time, and this person is a very, very 3D mindset. This person has 3D. Everything is materialistic stuff, materialism, materialistic achievements. They just talk about money. They just want to get popular. They just talk about fame, money, this, that, looks. That's their whole life, basically. And you're not like that, of course, whosoever I'm channeling. You're not like that, and the other energy is opposite of you. So why this 3D versus 5D is happening in your life? Because without leaving this situation, looking at these people, watching them. Of course, you need to create a boundary that will be there too, that I'll tell you as we relay this message. So, when you take your power back from such people, you can put your energy into your own growth and detachment process that you're doing. The detachment process is very important because you're working with nature. Have wonderful ideas. You are a mission oriented, inner work oriented, love oriented person, unconditional love oriented person. So, God is teaching you how to raise your energy, because just the way they steal other people's gifts and they know you got some gifts, sometimes our gifts are dormant. We don't know about our gifts. And these people come and trigger us. Their negative energy or their manipulation. And it's actually negative energy, but it looks like positive energy. The manipulation they play, the mind games they play, the tricks they play. They're just trying to steal whatever they can from others. If they can steal money from someone, they'll steal money. If they want to steal sexuality from someone, they'll steal that. If they want to steal, like you, when they meet you, you have some raw, pure energy, some really good energy, you have positive energy. So they make you negative instead, and at the end of the conversation, they will be the one sounding positive and the frame will be focused on them. They'll take your frame away. And whatever you say, they will debate with you, they will dissect it. They will argue with you. You know why? Because they want to see if whatever you're saying is correct or not. They want to go into the nitty-gritty of everything. And after all of the time wastage they do, debating, argumenting, manipulation, at your cost, at your energy, because you're not getting anything from these people. It could be one person, it could be more than one. But I see one person, intense energy. You've never received anything from this person. They've never given anything to you. They've never thought about you. They're not thoughtful about you. They're not your well-wisher. They don't care about your efforts and hard work. They don't care about anything that is connected with you. All they care about is how they can benefit from you. How? And they know, because this person is good with the mind. They know the mind tricks. And I also can see that this person has very good focus, very strong focus, which is why they are doing well in 3D reality. So when they look at you, they see some kind of contrast in you. They see something in you which even they cannot pinpoint correctly, exactly, but they know that it can benefit them. They want to utilize your energy for something they want to do. And that's a very selfish way actually of living life. Just use people and use them as long as you can. And they also know that you have a system, you have some kind of system which is connected to source. There is a supernatural gift you possess. There is something you possess which makes you replenish your energy. Like you have some kind of reserve of energy. So no matter what happens to you, you're always nice and sweet and loving, and no matter what happens, you say, okay, let it go, let it go. So they are trying to play on that, okay? Either you don't give them a reaction, or you have to stop giving them your time, because your time is very precious, and whenever you give them time, at the end of the conversation, you always feel like you wasted your time. While they actually gain from you giving them your time. Your time is precious, your energy is powerful, and they know it, okay? This is a person who knows how to work with the mind. They may have, battled somehow mentally, and they may have figured out something. They may have learned something. I'm not saying that this person is totally a loser case, because as I said, they have 3D achievements. So there are things that you can also learn from them. But number one thing is, you need to either not give them reaction, or you should not entangle with them, because they just want to scoop ideas or energy or gifts or anything out so that they can utilize it for their own material gains. So it's not like they really care for you, they really want your growth, they really want you to do well in life. They show that they want to collaborate with you, but they only want to do it on their conditions. They have their own specific terms and conditions. They don't want anybody else to benefit. Even if it's a small thing they do for someone, like they'll do for you, but without doing it also, they will blast it all over the place. They will make you feel like, oh, they are doing such a big favor on you. But all the favors that you have done on them, they don't see that, okay? So you don't need to share anything with them. You don't need to waste your nights and days for them, because this is not the way of doing things in life. And you don't need to tell them anything, according to me. Just even when you listen to them, it should be very limited listening, in this context especially. But I'm not saying end the relationship, get bitter, be negative. No. Stick around, but don't involve. That's the advice part of it. Your left hand should not know what the right hand is doing in this context. Okay, like that level of limited emotional exchange should happen. Now, this reading may or may not resonate 100% for everyone, but whatever it is, I hope, my intention is that it helps everybody who's a part of it today. You can contribute via the scan code over here. This is for Indians. And if you're from any other part of the world, you can use the PayPal link. You can also support my mission work of feeding street animals that we do daily, and teaching underprivileged children, the laborers' children, who are, I think, really honest. They have a beautiful energy. These kids have beautiful energy because they've seen their parents do only hard work. They're very honest and they live with nature. That's why they have this kind of gratitude energy. But if they get good education, or forget about good education, I feel if they get attention, because they don't get attention that they deserve, which I think a lot of us have also lacked. So we can, feel for them a lot better than how others would see them. Also, underprivileged children, I feel, are more privileged because they are connected to source. They have a spiritual gift. They have a supernatural ability, which the privileged kids, I feel, don't have. And I also have an ongoing organic and sustainable lifestyle project. Yes, you guys can also subscribe to my channels, which I have dedicated to these things. One is organic and sustainable lifestyle. The other is animal mother vlogs. You can check those out and you can subscribe. These are the things that I've put my heart and soul in. So you can also become my Patreon, and every month you can support all the things I do along with these lovely collective readings. But I do want to mention that I'm not the doer and none of the credit goes to me. All the credit for everything that I'm doing goes to masters and source. I'm just a medium. So now, what is auto reading telling us about this person, and how you need to take your power back, all of the power that you've given? Because I sense that in the last couple of months or maybe a year or so, you have given a lot to this person, and this person has gained a lot and built a lot of materialistic stuff using your energy, your ideas, and just how you are as a person, your positivity. But you thought that, this person can be, a part of your mission. Maybe you felt some good energy from this person. You were very supportive. Maybe there were things they did, and you felt that they've actually done a lot of hard work. But now that you are entangled with them, or you are communicating with them on a daily basis, on a regular basis, you realize that this is a very privileged person. They may be intelligent or wise, but their wisdom is only 3D. This person also has a lot of addictions, which proves that all of the wisdom they have is not good enough, because if you have so many addictions, you cannot quit your addictions. You have a bad lifestyle. You do all the things that ascensioners should not do, and still, they want to appear as a spiritual person, as a caregiver, as a charitable person. All of this they are doing just for public image, just for showing off. It's not real. It's not coming from the heart. And when you were interacting with this person earlier, when you developed that compassionate bond over this whole thing, you thought that they are really caring towards society, or they want to do something good. But now, after spending time with them, after talking to them, or whatever, giving time to them, you have realized that no, they have no other intentions. All of their mind is always into money, 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 money. How they can scam people, how they can cheat people, how they can use people, or else how they can steal ideas, or else how they can make other people become their slaves. They are big into making other people become their slaves and very small into what they have to offer for others. They don't really care about anyone. This reading is more about how you can unleash your true potentials, and how to recognize your gifts. Number one, this channeling is telling you to surrender to source. Because whosoever I'm channeling around you, the intense energy, this person basically via their talks and conversations, what they do is they drag your ass to the 3D world. They put you in comparison mode. Okay. Now, you're not like that. I mean, you don't care about what other people have, or you have this much or that much, how many fancy cars they have, you don't have it. Materialistically, I think this person is very well sorted, okay? But when it comes to being miserable and complaining, this person is on the top. But there is, one thing, like a person is complaining, like a very poor person complaining, or a person who doesn't have anything, person is underprivileged, they are complaining, it still kind of suits them a bit. But when a person who has so much, they have legacy, they have been given a lot from others, maybe their parents, their father, their mother, or even from other elders in the generation, they got a lot. You also got a lot, of course, but you got it in a different way. Your ancestors have also passed down a lot of gifts to you, which some of you can realize already, and some of you are on the way of realizing more and more. And I think all of the protection you have, all of the fun you have, because it's not always about money and cash and hoarding and buying stuff. It's not always about that. But what this person is doing constantly is they put you in the comparison mode. You motivate them. You end up talking about your struggles. You try to tell them, okay, this is how I got out from here. I sense huge amount of energy getting wasted with this person. Huge amount. This does come to me as a very important collective reading, because some of you people need to hear this message right now. It's like perfect divine timing. So you tell them about your struggles. You tell them how you got out. There is an unconscious seepage of energy. They don't really care about your story. They don't care a damn, to be honest. They don't have those problems that they pretend to have. They are not miserable. By God's grace, they probably have a lot. And maybe in the 3D reality, they have a lot more than you. But then they act like a miserable person. They talk like a miserable person. It's just to have random chit chat with others. It's just to waste other people's time. Of course, they don't have as many lovely things that you're doing. They don't do inner work. Though they know about inner work, they are very wise, as I've been told. But they don't do anything. They are full of addictions. They don't want to live their luxurious life. So this person takes a lot of shortcuts in life to make more and more. They are very low on moral values. They don't have, like, you're very high on moral values. In the long run, let me tell you, their trickery will not work. It's a prediction. They will not go very far, especially now when you recognize them. Till the time people like you don't recognize someone's demonic ideas and the entities attached with them, or just this greed and lust, till the time you don't recognize it, they can fool you. But once you know what you know, then they cannot. No one can take away what you have. Their trickery will eventually lead them to a crash. Okay, whatever they have amassed, that will go away from trickery. But you have done hard work. You have created whatever you have created with honesty, pure hard work, love, compassion. You've put in your morality into it. You could have also taken shortcuts. You could have done that, but you did not. In life, I think people like you could have been, some of you could have been billionaires by now. Just if you would have taken those shortcuts that were offered to you, those opportunities, but you did not. You were like, forget about it. If not billionaires, at least millionaires, Now you need to understand that you can create resources for your needs. That only happens when you 100% surrender to source. I mean, that's a completely different topic. I will not go to it right now. So you are coming from source and they are coming from ego. And lust and love are the two energies that run the world. They are from the lust domain and you are from the love domain. Which is why there's a bridge, there's a big gap. They don't want to cross the bridge. They don't have the expertise to cross the bridge. They will not cross the bridge. While you are motivating them to cross the bridge, like you're telling them, be good, do good, be honest, blah, blah, blah. And they keep telling you, no, this is nonsense, this is bullshit. Like they don't listen to you. They don't like listening to you because you are the person who shows them how to be honest, how to be pure. You're talking about humanity in the real sense. So yeah, this person has got their own materialistic possessions in place. Like some of you had to really work hard on this. A lot of people who are in the twin flame ascension journey, light worker, starseed, you had to live in environments where things were not easily handed out to you. In some cases, it was really easily handed out to other cousins or siblings, but not to you. So you specifically had to work on yourself. You had to put in the inner work. Now, the polarity that this person is bringing into your life, there's a reason behind it. There's a very good use of this polarity in your life. What they are doing is that they are making you focus on your limits, on your limiting beliefs or limitations. They take your attention to what's negative, what's not good, because they show you the stuff they have or they show you the progress they make. They may not talk about the failures, they may not talk about the problems to you, because some of these people don't want to look low in front of other people's eyes. That's the nature of narcs, they show off a lot. They usually pretend to be happy, they pretend to have it all. Their public and social image matters a lot to them. So because of this show off, they are not putting out the truth to you. I'm not talking about 3D stuff, I'm talking about peace of mind, I'm talking about stress, I'm talking about health. Person who is content sleeps much better than a person who's not content. And because of what they show to you, or because of the competitive streak they have, because of the constant way they steal ideas, or the constant way they steal your energy, they make you feel like you need to do more, you need to do more. If you're not going to do more, then you're going to lag behind. And as I said, this is not coming from you. It's just the way they talk. It's like a hypnotic trance they induce in. And the reason why I'm channeling about this is because somehow you have also figured it out. You've realized that this person really is not so deplorable and miserable. And you've also realized that all the negative stuff they go through is because of their own stubbornness to not cross over. They are comfortable in 3D reality. They want to be there. They want to remain stuck. They don't want to step up. So whatever mental stress related consequences they face, or whatever addiction patterns they face, which they're not going to talk about in front of you, because they don't want to appear any less wiser. They don't want to look like a person who's not better than you. Please understand, there is also a competitive streak going on. Like they compete with you big time. They know you are much better, far better, you're a good human being, but they compete with you big time because they also enjoy pulling you into their space. Like they want you to compete, and they know how mental stuff works. I think maybe in the past, somewhere in the past, they could have guided you correctly. Somewhere in the past, you may have taken some advice from this person. You felt that they probably had some kind of expertise in that area, and that advice helped you a lot. But now you've realized that there is also n number of things that they're bringing onto the table. Like, you are putting them a pedestal, you are giving them very respectful place, you are doing whatever you can for this person, but they just don't realize that they are harming you in some ways. Okay, and it could be unintentional. In some cases it could be truly unintentional, because they have no idea. Vibrationally, they have no idea what they are doing to you. All they care is, how should I grow, how should I raise the amounts I earn, the zeros I earn, not the zeros, but the zeros behind the figure that they want, number of zeros. How should I increase it, or how should I get more? And they want it fast, they want it really fast. They are not at a good pace, they are at a pace which is dangerous, and they want you to also be a part of this dangerous pace, and you don't want to do that, you don't care about it. So what they are showing to you is another thing, that you need to take responsibility of your own life. And I'm saying it in a very positive way. I'm not saying it like you already don't do it. Or some people might say, so all of the bad stuff that is happening to me is because of me. And what about these people? What about these people that you're talking about? They have nothing to do. Aren't they supposed to be blamed? Well, I'm not talking about all of this so that you get into a blame game. And my intention is that you should not become a scapegoat of what other people do. When we blame others, we instantly give power to them. And what's happening here is that though you understand their mind game, and though you know that for a while they have played a major role in pulling you down, making you feel bad, whatever losses you've incurred, or the way you could not focus financially because you got into an unnecessary competition with your own self. They are feeding it around everywhere. It's not just you they do it to. They do it to everybody. And they make other people feel that I'm above you. You are below me. You got to be like me. But when they need energy, then they're not like that. It's a very interesting way of how they put it out, or how they do this whole thing. And I think you can learn from them. You can learn from them how to be detached from negativity, because when it comes to getting materialistic stuff, or when it comes to whatever they're doing, they are a pro at it. Now, we don't want to be a pro at 3D shit. We don't care about 3D shit. We want to be a pro at 5D shit. So some of the things they do, like they prioritize themselves hugely. They don't pedestalize you or anybody else. They just say that I am on the pedestal, or whatever in their head. While you need to put source on pedestal, masters on pedestal, and you need to be very content with whatever you have. And we learn from these people how to prioritize our energy. Just the way their goals and whatever they want to gain is so important for them. They're so cutthroat, they're so competitive. Similarly, you need to understand that your peace, your mental balance, your relaxation, your contentment, your joy de vivre attitude, whatever good stuff you're doing for other people, you're so selfless, you're so connected to source. They are not connected to source, let me tell you that. And maybe on certain occasions they're also jealous of you, because you're doing wonderful stuff that they cannot even imagine to do. So they also want you to stop doing that stuff and start acting like them, or start acting like, what, I do this, so I need to get something out from it. Like, they want you to be on their side, they want you to be on their team, but with no benefits to you, probably some peanuts. So you need to learn from these people how to prioritize your own energy, your own time. You need to manage your time, you need to manage your day. And this is not a lot if you want happy days, because now being around these people, or thinking what they think, and trying to take care of them, be their savior in some way, shape or form, you know what's happening to you. You know the best. If you resonate with this channeling so far, you already know. So you don't want to be in that place, because that is not comfortable for you, that is not conducive for you, and that's not happy space for you. You're not a person like that. You're just not designed that way. You don't want to be weighed down, because they weigh you down. And for 3D problems, most people look for 3D solutions. But that all 3D problems or all problems in general, the solution, the correct solution is in 5D. You want to apply that. What they're doing to you is they keep pushing you or throwing you into the 3D rigmarole, into the 3D trap. Like, what will ego think? Ego is like, I will do this, I will do that, I will go here, I will, be there, and these are the ways I'm gonna do my work. As I said, some of the things you can take from them, you can take the positives, but you need to prioritize your energy, your time, your health, your sleep. For people who are in the inner work field, if you're having problem with your sleep cycle, that's because you're taking a lot of stress. That's because you're trying to do, and you're not being. When you just be, you don't need to do. Whatever you need to do will happen on its own, and things that you are trying to finish at 12 in the night, 1 in the night, 11 in the night, they're still not going to get finished at that time. You need to figure out things that, or the ways, you need to be so organized, because you have to manage your energy, because you have to manage your time, prioritize what you want to do, what's important, what makes you really happy. You'll realize that you will find out a much better way of how to get things done, instead of the haphazard way, or the competitive way, or the stressful way, or the tension laden path that is in front of you. You can walk on your free spiritedness. You can be the fool, So when I picked out tarot cards, I was given that you need to be in the emperor energy, in the boss energy, and you need to be like, hey, I don't have time for this. I don't have time to waste on unnecessary nonsense topics for 5 hours, 6 hours, 2 hours. Every minute counts. What they do is they're just putting you into some kind of chit chat. That's also a style, how people make others comfortable. They win their trust, and then they get them to do things. After talking to you, they get into this zone, while you get into this zone. So this is the energy swap they do. Like, maybe when they connect with you, they are like this. After talking to you, they become this and you become this. So it's an unhealthy energy exchange. Okay, they make you feel that you being a giver or you being connected to source is a wrong thing. You should not do it. They steal your energy and they steal your beautiful, abundant ideas. I mean, as I told you guys, they're just into shortcuts. They don't do any hard work. They don't want to do hard work. They don't want to do good work. They just want to con people, scam people, fool others. Well, you're not like that. If you take up a project, if you take up anything from anyone, you really feel in the heart that I must help this person out if they're paying to me. Even in business, even in job, even in service. I'll tell you, everybody is a servant. The word servant, it should not be taken that badly. We are all working somewhere, so we are servants. Employee still sounds good. What is volunteer? Volunteer doesn't even serve anyone. Volunteers serve God. So we are servants of God. We are working for God. We are working for the biggest government, the most genuine government, the most honest government. We are not working for any agency. Even if we may physically or in 3D world be working with someone, but we should always remember in our heart, in our mind, in our soul, we should remember that God is our giver and we are not even the doers. Our real job is to work on ourselves. And in between, if God is being a good provider for us, along with making us good person, then we don't need so much. We don't need a lot. And we need to be honest. We are not going to become dishonest like these people. We are not going to be like them. We have to be like who we are. If they don't want to be like you, they don't want to be honest, they'll pay for it. My prediction is telling me that their trickeries, their shortcuts will not work. Very soon, you just need to detach from all of this. You don't have to get dragged into 3D, okay? And one more thing I'm being told, that when you're interacting with these people, there's one more very annoying thing they do, that they want you to convince them, even to be real, even to be good, even to be honest, even to choose the path of God. Like, they'll tell you, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. And you being you're so straightforward, you'll say, yeah, but I don't think I like to do something like this. I'd rather do what I do and blah, blah, blah. And I say, but that's nonsense. That's not good. They'll say that. And then you can say, what you're doing is not correct. And then they will get into a very interesting argument with you. It may not sound like an argument, but it is. Now you're going to spend 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour explaining to them, and then they might even say, oh, why are you getting so worked up? Why are you getting so argumentative? They are not accepting that their path is wrong. They are not accepting that their path of trickery, fooling others for money or for sexuality or for anything they want to achieve in life is wrong. WRONG, wrong, with a big cross, red cross. It's wrong. They know it, but they don't want to admit it, or they want to just play with people like you because they know you're honest, you're pure, you're sincere, you're hardworking. You're a good person. They know that. Okay. So they're going to drag you into that unnecessary time wasting conversation. And the question is, what is it that you truly want and what you don't want? Now, these two questions make things easy for us. And usually when you're interacting with such people, so we need to actually stop blaming them and we need to take responsibility of our own life. We need to take things in our own hands. That's how we take our power back. And we need to realize that what do you want to really manifest? What do you really want to do in life is based on what you truly want. What do you truly want? A lot of ascensioners, when they are still healing or when they're still confused, they would say, I want this or I want that. Usually it's some kind of materialistic stuff. But in the background, all they want is peace. All they want is relaxation. All they want is faith. All they want is letting go. But when you interact with such people, you're going to get distracted and diverged into the things that you don't want actually, but you think you want it. And that's how people get stuck up. That's how people don't step up. So maybe they just want 3D stuff and they're very clear in their head about it. And they know that you know how to manifest stuff. They know that you are good with certain things, but you're not going to use your manifestation skills or your intuitive abilities to attract something which is not in alignment with your human moral values. Your faith and trust in God, your faith and trust in God, and your belief in unconditional love. And trust me, there are so many situations that are coming to my mind. If you can talk about your situation, why not? Because as I told you that this may apply to people who are in some kind of platonic setup with someone. It could be a friend, it could be a cousin, it could be a sibling, it could be an employee, it could be somebody else, somebody, anybody. But at the same time, it could be someone in a romantic setup. So they want stuff. They want 3D stuff. You want 5D stuff. And they come to you because you are very positive and bright and you know stuff. But when you are thinking about them or the stuff they do, you feel like, oh my God, I'm so limited. And it's confusing. Okay. So their world is ruled by lust. And when I say lust is not necessarily sexual lust. It can be lust for fame. It can be lust for name. It can be lust for money. It can be lust for so many things on this planet, And love rules your world. So you need to remain in love. And now use this polarity to get detached and to prioritize your time, your energy, your life, your inner work, love, relationships, whatever matters to you, whatever you truly want, prioritize it for that. And I think this is where I would close this channeling session. And thank you so much for being here. And you can get my book, In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate, only on Amazon Kindle. It is coming from supernatural and divine intervention based experiences. And the book works on biomimetic mimicry. So when you read it, things happen to you, things change inside of you, your vibration raises, because this is a very high vibe book. It talks about what is true love and how to achieve true love the right way via stories. Some of these stories happen in real world. Some of these stories happen in some really esoteric, profound ways. Maybe sometime I'm going to talk about it in future. Who knows whether I talk about it or not, but Maybe I do, maybe I don't do, I don't know. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for being who you are. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.